this a good direction? Or you want it a little bit this direction? Okay, I'll be right in the little bit. Okay, like this one. Okay, start.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A prophetic greeting of peace, mercy, and blessings. First, we would like to thank all the media outlets here today. Thank you for your presence, and thank you in advance for your fair coverage. My name is Shayma Zayan, Shaimaa I'm the Operations Manager with the Council on American Islamic Relations, Austin chapter. We are here today to condemn the coward vandalism that took place against 3 Austin mosques on the night of Thursday, May 22nd, by allegedly the same perpetrator. The attacks targeted Noasis Mosque, the Islamic Association, or IABA, and the Austin Diyanet Center. We are here today to say that attacking worship places is attacking on the values of diversity, tolerance, and mutual respect. These incidents are not isolated. In 2023, CAIR offices nationwide received 8,061 civil rights complaints, with almost half of the cases received in the last 3 months of the year. In 2024, CAIR offices nationwide received a total of 8,658 cases, the highest number ever recorded since the organization establishment in 1994. This marks a 7.4% increase from 2023. So we are seeing a worsening of climate, of Islamophobia. Texas is not an exception. We experience an increase, not only in the number of cases we received, but also in the severity of discrimination, hate, and violence against Muslims, Arabs, and Palestinians. I recall the stabbing of Dr. Talat Jihan Khan in her apartment complex, the attempted murder of 3-year-old Palestinian girl in her apartment complex swimming pool in Euless, the stabbing attack of the young father, Zakaria Dor, in the heart of Austin in February 2023, and the punching attack on the UT Austin student in April 2024. Austin mosques have reported to us vandalism, assault, rock throwing, and suspicious intruders, with Noasis Mosque alone reported 4 incidents to our office since last October. Beside hate crimes, and with the rise in anti-immigrant sentiment and the opposition of students' free speech, our community was targeted by harmful legislation and baseless investigation. Now we will listen to the mosque representative statements, starting with Noasis Mosque representative, Imam and religious director, Anwar Imam.
We begin in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. May peace and blessings be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. My name is Anwar Imam. I serve as the Director of Religious Affairs here at Noasis Mosque. And what that basically means is I spend my day conducting prayers, delivering sermons, teaching classes, conducting seminars. However, the most beloved thing that I do here at Noasis is I hold office hours. It's an opportunity for me to meet students, members of the community, young and old, both Muslims and non-Muslims, to have conversations with them, to answer their questions, and an opportunity for me to get to know the community members that I serve. And I begin with that because when, as you all know, a number of Islamic centers were targeted by vandalism a few days back. And specifically here at Noasis, one of the places that was targeted was the entranceway to our sacred prayer space. And number 2 was actually the door of my office. Both of these gateways represent doors that if you enter into them, they have provided spiritual refuge, a place of deep contemplation for members of the community, young and old, of all backgrounds. Hundreds of thousands of students have walked into my office with questions and confusions and left with a sense of clarity and purpose. And we as Muslims, we take an incredible amount of guidance and inspiration from the life of our Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. In Muslim sacred tradition, it is said that when the Prophet first began teaching and preaching his message, it was met with an incredible amount of opposition, hostility, and oppression, to the point where one of his most senior companions decided to leave town because it wasn't safe anymore to be Muslim there. And as he was packing up his stuff and leaving with his family, one of the senior members of the city noticed him leaving and asked him, "Where are you going? You can't leave this place." And I'll quote to you what he said. It's a famous moment in our tradition. He says, "Someone of your rank and character does not leave, nor should they be forced to leave. You are always keen to fulfill the needs of others, to join the ties of kinship, to support the weak, to honor your guest, and I will take you under my protection. And you should come back with me to the city of Mecca. Rest assured, no harm will come to you." And the reason I share this moment from our sacred Islamic tradition is because I think it highlights two things. Number one, the sentiment that, of course, all of us agree that he in that moment should have been free to practice his faith the way that he wanted to, and to be free to worship God the way that he wants. I think all of us agree on that. But number two, what it also highlights is when given the opportunity to do that, what an asset he was to the larger community. And I think the story summarizes what Noasis Mosque means to Austin. For the past nearly 50 years, Noasis has been there for Austin. Whether it means feeding people, educating people, serving people. And now, of course, it would have been better to gather under better circumstances, but it's an opportunity for Austin to be here for Noasis. And I cannot put into words the sheer amount of well wishes, messages of support I've received on my phone and my email, an outpouring of love. But I would also want to take this moment to say that we should take this time to not just condemn what has happened, but together as a united Austin community to recommit ourselves to peace building, to education, to listening and supporting our young students, and to making sure and to ensuring that our mosques and houses of worship remain open, safe, and welcoming spaces for one and all. Lastly, what does true solidarity look like? Our students have been complaining for a long time now that they don't feel safe in their own homes, in their own houses of worship. And it's time that we open up our ears to their grievances, to stand in solidarity with them, to listen to them empathetically, and to meet their needs. And so I want to take a moment and invite everyone here to a community gathering that we're having here at Noasis Thursday, May 29th from 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to have additional conversations about what this means practically, and we're going to come together as a community hand in hand to actually clean up the graffiti together in a symbolic moment of togetherness and of peace building. Thank you so much for your time and for your patience. May peace be upon you all. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Imam Anwar. I cannot emphasize more than what he said on building peace and supporting the students. Now we are with the second mosque, Islamic Bayt Association Riyaba representative, Imam Ja'far Muhibbullah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I begin in the name of God, the source of mercy for all of creation, source of mercy for believing congregation. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of you, especially the Austin officials who have come out today and offered their support during a time which is deeply painful, not only for the Muslim community, but for the entire city of Austin, and indeed for humanity at large. Your presence here is not only a comfort to us, but a powerful reminder that acts of hatred will never outweigh the force of unity and compassion. that unity and compassion which we are showing right now. We're especially grateful for the solidarity that you've shown in condemning the recent vandalism against that targeted 3 of Austin's masjids, one of them being my own as well in North Austin. These were not only attacks on buildings, but were attacks on the heart of a community, on sacred spaces where people gather in prayer, in service, and in peace. Yet we face this ugliness with your support, which has become a beacon of hope. For me personally, it was heartening to witness some of our neighbors in North Austin coming out, and these neighbors were not Muslim. They came out the very next morning, Friday after the incident. They came to express their outrage and to stand shoulder to shoulder with us. Their words were gestures and declarations that what affects one of us actually affects all of us. What impacts one member of the Austin community impacts all of us, not just one individual and not just one community. And this is what community looks like. This is what resilience looks like. And this is what Austin should stand for. A city where people of all faiths, backgrounds can live in safety, dignity, and mutual respect. As we look ahead, we pray and hope for better days, when bridges replace walls, when love silence hate, and when we can come together in true peace and harmony. Thank you once again. Your compassion, your courage, and your outreach means more than words can express. Thank you.
Thank you, Imam Jafar, for sharing the compassion incident that happened from non-Muslim neighborhood. Now at the Lost Mosque Austin Diana Center, we have the president of the mosque, Sifa Kara. He's also an owner of a small business. He owns a cafe and a restaurant here in Austin, known for their great service and hospitality.
Hi everyone. I'm gonna talk very short because it's a sunny day. Yeah, my name is Sefa Kara, S-E-F-A K-A-R-A. I'm the president of Austin Diana Center. What happened last Friday night is not acceptable. We all know that. It is a shameful event and it is a hate crime for me. Do you think they will make any changes doing this? I don't think so. They won't change anything. They made us stronger than yesterday. And again, it's shameful event and hate crime. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone who support us. And I promise I will do the same thing what happened in the future to you. Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter you are Christian, Muslims, Jewish. I will be with you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, President Sifa. Now we have our district attorney, Jose Garza.
Good morning, my name is Jose Garza, and it is my privilege to serve as your district attorney. Here in Travis County and in the city of Austin, there is no place for hate and bigotry. Our community, in our community, our diversity is our strength. Hate crimes and harassment rooted in bigotry create instability in our community, and that makes all of us less safe. Last week, as you know, 3 mosques were defaced and vandalized. Here in Travis County, if you target someone in our community because of their race, religion, sex, disability, sexual orientation, age, or national origin, you will be found, you will be arrested, and you will be held accountable. I am incredibly grateful to the Austin Police Department for investigating these hate incidents. And I want you to know that every year, the District Attorney's Office works with law enforcement partners at the Austin Police Department and the Travis County Sheriff's Office to prosecute hate crimes in our community. In this case, we look forward to working with the Austin Police Department to evaluate the evidence when there is an arrest made in this case. And if you are watching at home or at the on the news during lunch or this evening, we want to make sure that if you have information about these incidents, that you feel comfortable reporting it to the Austin Police Department so that it can be fully investigated. To our Muslim community, these incidents do not reflect the love and appreciation that Austin feels for you. You make Austin vibrant and strong, and we are with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, District Attorney Jose Garza. Now with our next speaker, Judge Andy Brown, the Travis County Judge.
Thanks for being here today and supporting our friends here today. I just want to say that there's no room in our community for acts of hatred in our communities. Recent hate incidents, including the ones that we're here talking about today, directed at mosques in our community, are deeply disturbing. They're not just attacks on buildings, they're attacks on our values and our neighbors here in Travis County. And any act of hate against any group threatens all of us. It threatens our health, safety, and well-being. And today, I stand in solidarity with the Arab Muslim community. Today, we stand together as one community against hate and bias. We stand together to show that people impacted by hate crimes that there are resources to help them to cope with the trauma that they have experienced. We are not going to be intimidated. We're not going to tolerate this kind of hate crime here in Travis County. Everybody here in Travis County deserves to feel safe where they live, where they worship, where they gather. And we're sending a clear message today that acts of hate will not be tolerated in Travis County. To anyone who's been impacted by these hate crimes, I just want to say that it's safe to come forward, that you will be believed, and that these crimes will be investigated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Andy Brown. And now we will start with our speakers, who are City Council members. We will start with City Council member Krista Lane. She represents District 6, where 2 of the incidents happened. Krista.
Thank you so much for coming and supporting this community. I was elected to City Council just 6 months ago, representing the northern and northwestern suburbs, the entire area of McNeil High School and Westwood High School, and where 2 of the mosques that were targeted are located. I stand before you to say very clearly that as long as I am in office, I will always stand with the Muslim community. I am committed to building a stronger and deeper interfaith network in my district and across this city, as well as bridging lines that have previously divided across our entire community. Until we are all free and we all feel safe, none of us are. Those are words that I live by and I bring to my service in this office. Thank you so much for gathering. It is strengthening to all of us to see how many people are here listening to our words and joining in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have the City Council member Zuhaib Qadri, representing District 9, where one of the incidents happened, which is here, Noasis Mosque.
Before I get into my speech, I'm going to quickly read a statement that the Mayor, Kirk Watson, had sent over to read. The Mayor's currently out of town, otherwise he would be here with us in solidarity to condemn these hateful acts. And like I said, he asked me to read the following statement. All of us, everyone, deserves to live in peace. That includes being able to worship without fear of harassment or violence. The recent acts of vandalism at several local mosques are cowardly acts meant to intimidate and create fear in Austin's Muslim community by fostering division through hate. Our loving city cannot allow this hatred. We must reject these disgusting attempts at dividing us. Please let us come together as Austinites and uplift our Muslim neighbors with our love, support, protection, and humanity. The Austin Police Department is actively investigating these incidents and is closely monitoring these in other locations around the city, including setting up direct patrols at all mosque locations. I pray for peace and happiness for all of us with the freedom to live and worship in the ways that bring us peace and happiness, let us all defend each other's right to do so. And like I said, that was a statement by the mayor. My name is Zohaib Zokadri. I proudly represent District 9 on the Austin City Council, proudly represent this mosque, which is a mosque that I attended during my years at UT, a mosque that I served on the board of a committee on, and a mosque that I would study. There was an office here, which I don't know if it's still here, but it felt like it was a study hall. But as I was driving over here and thinking about all the horrific things that happened this past weekend, I thought to myself that every community that I've lived in, every mosque I've attended since I was a kid, there's not one mosque that hasn't been untouched by a level of hate, by vandalism of some kind. I was born in New Jersey, but I grew up in New York, and I remember being a kid. I must have been less than 10, coming up to my mosque one morning, and there was a pig's head right in front of the door of the mosque. Fast forward a year, 9/11 takes place, and the amount of vandalism that occurred, broken windows, the mosque being broken, spray painted, go back home, it just was so ingrained in my head. I moved to Texas when I was 12. Grew up in a small town called Victoria, Texas. After President Trump took office the first time, my mosque was torched, was burnt down by someone who was filled with hate. And that shook me to my core. That shook the sense of safety that I had felt for so long. And now here in Austin, I've attended Noasis Mosque in the past. I attend the mosque on Manor Road now. Both mosques have been touched by levels of hate throughout the years. And to me, anytime those whether it be graffiti, whether it be someone breaking in, whether it be someone leaving vulgarity in forms of a sign or otherwise, I've always looked at it at a type of, this is an eviction notice, right? You don't belong here. But at the end of the day, we do belong here, right? The Muslim community, whether it be here in Austin, whether it be in Texas, whether in the United States, we are a part of that community. And I think one thing that always kind of gets me through, and I think some of the other speakers have touched on this, is the outpouring of support from folks who are not from my community, right? Folks from the Christian community, Jewish community, folks who don't believe in a God, who will come forward and say, hey, we're here for you, and we care about you, and we love you. And I think that strength is what really gets us through the day. So I just want to thank everyone for being here today. I want to thank everyone for their outpouring level of support and love in this face of absolute hate. And I just so appreciate, honestly, everyone being here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Zohaib. Now we have Vanessa Fuentes. Sorry. Now we have Vanessa Fuentes, Austin Mayor pro tempore.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vanessa Fuentes, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Austin. I first want to thank the Austin chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations for bringing us together today, and thank you to the Noasis Mosque for hosting us. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard about the incidents that happened on Thursday, I was angry, and then I was embarrassed. Angry that someone could think that they could target a house of worship, and then embarrassed that this is happening in Austin, a place we like to think is better than this. But here's the thing, being angry and embarrassed isn't enough. We have to do something about it. I've been on council now for over 4 years, and I've seen our city grow and change. I've watched Muslim families move into neighborhoods, start businesses that are thriving in our city, send their kids to our schools. I've seen the Islamic Center host community blood drives. And I've watched local mosques open their doors during times of disasters to help neighbors of all faiths. This is what Austin looks like at its best. So to have someone who vandalizes these same buildings where Austinites pray, where they send their children to learn, where they gather to support each other, it's personal. It's an attack on an Austin that we know, an Austin that we love. But let me be clear. If you think you can intimidate Muslim families in our city, you're wrong. If you think these cowardly, middle-of-the-night attacks will make Austin less welcoming, well, you don't know us very well. To our Muslim neighbors, I see you. I know many of you are scared right now. And I know some of you are wondering if you really belong here. You do. You absolutely do. And for those of us in positions of leadership, we're going to make sure that you feel safe here in our community. We're working with APD to make sure these cases get the attention that they deserve. And we're looking at resources we can provide security at vulnerable sites. And frankly, we need to continue to have tough conversations about why this kind of hate is rising and what we are going to do about it. This isn't just a Muslim issue or a religious issue. This is about the kind of city that we want to be. Do we want to be a city where people have to look over their shoulders when they go to worship? Or do we want to be Austin? Weird, wonderful, and welcoming for everyone. That's the type of city I fight for every single day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now with the City Council member, Mike Siegel, representing District 7.
Well, I want to thank CAIR and the mosques and the Muslim community for inviting us here. It's wonderful to be able to show up and express solidarity with you. And all of us are here to say we're with you, we stand with you. A lot of wonderful things have already been said, but I just want to thank our city leadership for stepping up, our city manager, Assistant City Manager Eddie Garcia, Police Chief Lisa Davis. It was really heartening to see how quickly our city mobilized. I guess if I was to add one thing, it would be to say I'm here as a man with a Jewish last name. Some of you know Siegel is a Jewish name. My parents, actually, my mom is Christian, my dad is Jewish, and then I married into a Muslim family. So I guess I'm here to say that if I can do it, if I can figure out how to coexist among all these faiths, I think Austin can too, right? And we're a welcoming city. We're a city that respects the First Amendment right to practice your religion. We're here to stand up for everyone's civil liberties, everyone's right to coexist and enjoy this wonderful city we're in. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to express solidarity and know that we're with you in the fight ahead.
Thank you so much. Now with the City Council member, Chito Vela, representing District 4. He couldn't make it, so yeah. The last City Council member, Ryan Alter, representing District 5.
Thank you very much. I'll keep it short. My skin certainly can't take much more of the sun. I'll just echo what has been said here today. There's nothing new to add other than we all know, because we can see today, that these acts of hatred have done nothing but bring us together. And it is sad that this is what it took for all of us to come together here today. But Austin is a place where if you're going to try to divide us, we're going to show you just how strong we are by coming together and emerging stronger than we did before. I was always struck when I was a kid. I'm a member of the Jewish community, and going to temple, you would always see police officers or security guards. And that stood out to me because you never saw that at churches. But when I also similarly went to a mosque, same story, police officers, security guards. You know, we see the same struggles with minority groups being targeted because they're different. And that's just, it's heartbreaking that continues to happen today, that we would allow some difference in our life to try to divide us instead of recognize the strength and the value of our diversity. And so I would just say, let's continue to bridge these divides. Come together. It shouldn't be an act like this that brings us together. Let's come together for the happy times, and let's form those relationships so that we can all know each other better. We can all be one community, one city, and I look forward to that day.
Thank you so much, Ryan, and we hope that you join us Thursday evening. Now with the Assistant City Manager, Eddie Garcia.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I will also keep my comments brief. I'm Eddie Garcia. I'm the Assistant City Manager over Public Safety for the city. On behalf of City Manager T.C. Broadnex, we're proud to be here to stand in unity and solidarity over this cowardly act. I know Chief Davis will speak in a moment, but the support that our police department will get from this city to ensure these individuals are brought to justice and to everyone know how important this is. This is not the norm. We're not going to pretend it's the norm, and we're going to ensure that hate is never tolerated, not only in the city of Austin, but make us an example of how we should be doing things, not just in the state of Texas, but across this country. Again, as was mentioned earlier before, this didn't weaken us. This strengthened us. This strengthened us from a community. It strengthened us from the fact that you know that your police department has your back, and that we will fight for you and fight for every member of this community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now with the Chief of Austin Police Department, Lisa Davis, and I would like also to thank her in public in front of the media. I met with her once in person, and since then, whenever we have any emergency or security concern, I would text her, I would email her, and she would come back to me within 10 minutes. So thank you so much for doing your job with dedication and sincerity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for being here. This was a cowardice act committed by a cowardice person. What we know is these are connected. We are, at this point, directed patrols will be at every mosque in the city, and not only will you see marked police cruisers, but there is also undercover officers that will be out as well. We take this extremely serious, and this perpetrator will be caught. And if he has people that's working with him, they will be caught as well. You heard the DA will deliver a case, and they will be prosecuted. This is intolerable, intolerable. Does not, you talk about Austin values. I came to this city understanding what Austin values were, and this is not it. And yeah, be aware. You're going to be caught, and it will not be tolerated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now with the final notes by Rola Daboul with the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee.
My name is Rola Daboul, and I speak on behalf of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, or ADC. We are outraged by the recent vandalism at 3 Muslim institutions here in Austin, Texas. This hateful act exposes a rising tide of Islamophobia and anti-Arab sentiment in our city, our state, and across our nation. We demand immediate action from city officials and law enforcement. Chief Lisa Davis and the Austin Police Department have agreed to investigate these attacks as hate crimes and bring the perpetrators to justice. We also call on the mayor, the Austin City Council, city manager, and the assistant city manager to condemn this bigotry in no uncertain terms, and to protect all places of worship in this city. The ADC has always stood firm in our commitment to combat hate and discrimination in every form. We believe these attacks are an affront not just to the Muslim and Arab communities, but to all who value justice and equality. We will continue to work tirelessly to defend our community's rights, hold offenders accountable, and push for policies that protect everyone. Austin prides itself on being a welcoming city, a place where people from all backgrounds can thrive without fear. These hateful acts undermine that reputation. We call on all Austinites to rise above the division and commit to unity. We must protect our neighbors, stand against hate, and uphold the values that make our city great. We stand together, united against bigotry, and committed to ensuring that every Austin resident feels safe, respected, and supported. Thank you.
Thank you, Rola. As we conclude our press conference, I would like to thank all officials who attended today. I would like to thank all the elected officials who issued statements condemning the incidents. Representative Vicky Goodwin, Senator Sarah Eckert, Congressman Craig Kassar, and Congressman Lloyd Doggett. Your support in this hard time is precious and will be remembered. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of the Austin Human Rights Director, Shafina Kaki, representing Mr. Brodnax, the presence of the Chief of Staff of Congressman Kassar, Stephanie Tren, and his local district director, Diana Gomez. We also have with us Carrie Smith, the representative of City Council member Mark Duchesne. Thank you. Your presence shows your unwavering support and dedication. Now is the time for questions from the media and the public guests. So please go ahead. So yeah, we are having a community gathering this Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. here in this facility. All are welcomed, whatever your background, your face or no face, everyone is welcomed. This will be symbolic to help clean and beautify the place for the students and support them in this hard time and build relationship, hopefully for better Austin in the future. Yeah.
I know you guys mentioned security and guards, undercover officers. Obviously, this is something you guys have talked about. How long will these patrols last for? I mean, do they need to continue after this person has been caught, or will you always be on guard since this is something that's been going on?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know that there is some heightened security measures now by Austin Police Department, but these incidents let us also think about the long-term security measures that we should have in our facilities. And we have a fundraiser. I believe we shared the link in the press release in the media advisory for this press conference. There's a fundraiser to support Noasis and Austin Diyanet Center. Both of them need more like long-term security measures.
Since Thursday night, have you had any more instances of any type of